Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on wherever you're watching us from. My name is Oyewumi Olukule. I'm going to be a facilitator for today's tutorial, and this tutorial is sponsored by Araoluwa Food Concept, and she's into tiger nuts, smoothie, yogurt, and any natural drinks of your choice. You can do well to check our social media platform at Araolua. And if you want to learn how to make those things that we mentioned, you can also visit our page. It's for free, no hidden charges, right? So without wasting much time, let's jump into Figma. So you can see it on my screen. We want to design this preview I shared on all our social media platforms on LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, right? And I make use of like 4 tools to replicate this design. The first one, which is Figma, the second one, which is ChatGPT, the third one, which is Jitter, right? And also, you can also make use of Photoshop to convert your video to GIF, to GIF, convert your video to GIF. Now, what are the things we need to do? Create your frame by pressing F, and if you are a newcomer, if you are a newbie and you do not know what it means when I say click on F this place, click on frame. Have you seen it? Click on frame, then go to your desktop. I'm using 1440. So this is it. Let me just move this one here. So this is it. Then the next thing I will do is click on my let me bring my so my layout grid, click on it, then I will change it to my column. So I'll make it 12 by 64 by 16, right? Then once I've already created this, then let me make the background to an image. Let me convert it to an image because I have the image already, so I don't have to waste time. Let me just go back to my gallery, just click on Whisk, then automatically it's going to pop up. Then I open this, right? So how did I come up? How did I come up about this image? So I just go to my ChatGPT. The prompt is already here. Just this is the prompt which I'm going to show you. I'm going to add it to the description. You guys can also make use of it at the end of this video, so that you guys can make yours, right? So, and this is my Whisk. This is what I've generated. I've generated the image before. So let me just scroll down so that I will show you guys. I've generated the image, so I don't want to replicate it again because of the credit I have. So this is the image I generated, and once I click on animate, I'm going to animate the image to a to what I want the image to look like, right? To a let me call it a how the movements, how I want the image to move or to interacting. It's very cinematic and it's very straightforward, and it is easy to also perform the same task, right? If you know how to write your prompt very well. So that's that. Then let me go back to my charge. Let me go back to my Figma. Then after I've done this, then let me just copy. So I'm making use of two fonts. I use Bruno is for the for the logo name, and the heading. Bruno is for the heading. I use Roboto for the nav links. Roboto for the nav links. So how did I come across this? For this logo, I created this logo manually, right? So and I'm making use of 32 uh size. I just press my T, then I make sure it's on cap locks. Echo dust, right? Echo dust. Then I will change it's on Bruno East already. So 32. Then let me just copy this my logo. Let me press Ctrl C, then let me place it on the new frame, right? Let me place it here. Let me align both of them together, then turn it to auto layout. Then make sure that the gap between both of them is 20, right? Then let me move it forward. Have you seen? That's the essence of the cutter. Of the column you created. That's the essence of the column you created. So what is the distance between this one and 72? It depends. Let me check this one. It's 48. So let's just make sure. And how did I get this? I make sure I press my Alt key. I first press this. I click on this, then I move my cursor up. I do not click on the frame. I move it to the frame. Then I press my Alt key to give me that 72, right? So I can move it forward. I can move it upward, right? And I can leave it at 72 if I want it to be on 72. So that's it. Then the next thing is you can press your Ctrl D to duplicate, right? Then let me just copy one of these. I want to copy one of this property by pressing Ctrl Alt C to copy the property. Then I come here, I click on it, Ctrl Alt V. Let me Have you seen it? Yeah, have you seen that it reduced? So let me delete this. Then what is distance between? I use 48. That's the gap between them, 48, right? Then let me start copying them. 48, paste. So you guys can do that one. Paste, copy, paste. This one is home, right? So then the next one, which is my button, what did I do? Let me do the same thing, right? So let me just delete this one, delete this, delete this. Then let me turn both of them to auto layout. Don't forget, both of them are on auto layout already. So let me make it an auto layout again for the button, right? Let me copy this, Ctrl C, then paste, right? Then let me make them each content, right? Let me also make the button so each content. Then let me make sure it's centralized, it's at the center. Let me check this one too, it's at center. So you can just make use of your name, depends. Let me just copy this. Let me copy the property, Control Alt C, then paste it. Just okay, that's what I used over there. Okay, so then that one is done. So let me give it a padding of 24. Then the top padding too, 12. Now my fill, I click on my fill, then I gave it a like a shadow, like a I mean a grey of black. Have you seen it? Then I gave it a stroke of white. I make sure that the stroke is what? White. Let me give it the weight. Let me give it 2, right? Let me give the corner radius. Let me give it 4. Let's give it 8, right? Yes. Then the stroke, I turn it to gradient. I turn it to gradient. This is my gradient. Sorry. This is my gradient. I turn it to gradient. You come to this place. You go to that place. And I put another color here, right? So this one you can make it uh depends on what you wanted. I can make this one empty, right? I don't want anything here. I want this one to be white, right? Then move here, move here. Then just play with it, play around it. So then I turn the three of them to auto. I turn it to auto layout. I will need, let's extend this one. Then let me give it this. Now this is settled, right? The next thing I need to do is copy my logo content, bring it down. Then let me just, what's the name? Echoes are never silent. So capital letter echoes are never silent. Right, this never silent is down. Then I made sure that is at alignment is at the center, and the size is 105, right? And I make sure that alignment also is at center. I bring this one down. Now then what I did was I go back to the appearance. Now for the apply blend mode, I click on it. I gave it light, I gave it overlay, right? Now after giving it overlay, I have a text here. I brought one from this place, from my Roboto. I brought it, then I put it down. Make sure it's at center. So without wasting much time, let me just copy the content. Copy, then I place it. And I make sure that alignment 2 is at the center. I'm missing it. Now the next thing, how did I create this? So what I did was uh I still use my Roboto. Yeah, my Roboto. So what I did was, let me just use this one. Or let me just make use of, let me make use of this one. Let me make use of this one. Let me make use of this one. Then let me delete this and this. Right. So since I have the media, let me just copy the logo. Let me replace it with this. Now once I've already placed it, we have watch trailer. Let me change this one to cap lock. Watch trailer, right? So what's the distance? This one is too much. Let me reduce it to 20. Let's say this is 20, right? This is 20, and I give it auto layout again. So this is my auto layout. Have you seen it? Then I increase this auto layout. You can do it manually, or you can just come to this place and write. So this one is, I see this is 12. This is also my 12. Now for this one, I've given it auto layout. Let me just increase it a little bit. Right, I've increased it. Let me put this at center. No, sorry. Yeah, it's at center like this. Then let me give it corner radius of 8, right? Then let me just copy this image. Then pressing Ctrl Alt C, my image, place it inside. Ctrl Alt V. Have you seen it? So the next thing you have to do is our button. Let me just copy this one back. Let me copy this one back. Let me just copy this. Let me drag it out, right? Then we'll turn this one to our button. Right, what do we have? We have buy on Steam. Buy on Steam. Now, this buy on Steam, do we reduce? Yes, we reduce the letter spacing. So letter spacing was reduced back to 0. So let me reduce its letter spacing back to 0. So I've already reduced the letter spacing. Then let me change the icon also. Let me copy, then let me put it here. Now it has been done. Then let me turn it to auto layout. Then let me add my color. Let me just copy this one. Control Alt for the color property. Then place. Have you seen it? Then let me make this one my right. So what did I use here for the height? Let me check it. This is 58. The height is 58. So this is 58. 58. Center. So let me move this one up. Oh, this is 8. Yeah. So let me duplicate this one. Let me delete this. Delete. Have you seen it? What was this one? 248. What did I use here? 24. Let me see this one. 24. This one should be 12, right? So what's this? This is 20. So let me reduce it to 12 also. Then let me also make them auto layout. Let me copy. Same when I copy that one. Right. Let's check if I am 50, 58 here, 24. Yes. Let's change this one to 58. Then yes. What's the distance? Distance is 5. No. Let's give it 8. Then let me turn this one to auto layout to make sure that this one is in line. Yes, we are good to go. So what's the distance between this is what? 4. Let's make this one to 4. 4, right. Now what we need to do, let me just duplicate this one. Let me delete all this. I don't need it. I don't need it. Delete. I don't need this one too. Delete. Right. Let's move this one down. Let me even remove the. Let me move it down. Let me move it down. Yeah. Let me leave like that. So then let me just copy the property. Then place it back without wasting much time. Let me move it up a little bit. Yes. Let me align them. Let's see. What did I press? I pressed Shift Control Alt T to make sure that they are aligned also. Let's move it up a little bit. Yeah. So then what did I need to do? I need to uh I need to animate it. I must make sure that it's animating. So there's a plugin called Jitter, Jitter. So I go to my plugin, click on Jitter animation, then I run it, then I copy. So I'm waiting for it to copy. Then yeah, I can also animate it on Figma, but though it's gonna take a longer time. It's gonna take a longer time for me to do that. But on cheetahs, without without wasting much time, I need to start clicking on it one after the other, right? So the first thing I want to do is one, change my image to video. Just click on, let me just type my video, whisk video. Let me just go down and search for it. Let me search for it here. This is I replaced the image from image to video. So it has been replaced already, right? So if I click on this one, have you seen it? So that's one which I've done. And also I want you to put it at the back of your mind that on Jitter you can only animate for 4 seconds. 4 seconds. Because this is free version. I'm using free version. But assuming it's paid version, you can exit it, right? So let me first animate my nav links, right? Then I click on just play around it, right? Just play around it. Let me use this one. My letters, use this one. This, just play around it, just play around it. Use this one. What should I use? The same thing. This, then let me use this one. Now, so the next thing I need to do is I need to I need to move all my animation. I need to move them to this side starting from zero, right? So what will I do? I will just copy, just press my shift and press this one, move them back to zero, making that they are on 4 seconds, right? 4 seconds, 4 seconds. Then let me just reduce, let me reduce them, let me reduce them a little bit. Reduce this one. Let's reduce this one. Then let's start. Just play around it, play around it. So that's all for this. Then let's play what we have animated. Let's play everything out and see how it looks like. Let's start from the beginning. That's why, because we're not starting from the beginning, that's why it's like that. So this is the beginning. Let's play it. Have you seen it? So what we need to do now is to export. Let's click on our export. Then once we click on export, automatically it's going to give us our how do we want to export our file. We have videos, we have GIFs, we have yeah. So that's why this, because this is a free version, that's why I are seeing all these ones logged. So you can click on video 480 or 720 pixel to download. Let me just download the lowest version, which is 480. Yeah. So I want to thank you guys. Thank you for paying attention for throughout this video. Uh, Please kindly like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and in case you have any design you want me to work on, please kindly drop it in the comment section, and I'm really glad to jump on it right away. Thank you once again. To have a blessed day. Bye for now.